Nowadays, most people are putting themselves through a great addiction of background noise, which is the counterpart of being productive, having personal growth. It could look like many things: going through social media, scrolling your life away, or simply just being in a group of these kind of like so-called friends, which are probably faker than you know, and you're just there to kind of like, it's not even hanging out. You're just wasting your time in a manner that feels more fun than just being alone, and that is usually because of fear. Nobody likes to be on their own with their thoughts, because that brings the uncomfortable truth that you probably have like almost no skills to utilize, no like real friends that would be there for you at hard times. You're probably not speaking that much, for example, with your close family, distant relatives, and there's a lot of these flaws. I'm not saying that every person has them, but most nowadays, as Gen Z do, that we don't like to fix, and that is simply scary. If you started to remove all of that noise and just improve yourself day by day, it doesn't have to be dramatic from like the first week of you starting, but just think about it. If you go into your room without having all of this access to kind of like cheap attention, cheap dopamine, you would have you would start feeling it as closer to finding out who your actual identity is, your characteristics. Like, I personally did this for around 9 months. I was 13 at the time, and having school, it was not that easy, but at the same time, you're chilling out, and it's just it was manageable. But my father told me about something, and that was kind of like, it's not really a university, but we could call it similar like that. A group, of course, is kind of like a boot camp. And think about it. I I went on like a 8 to 9 month like time period of just being at home without going out. A lot of people I know wouldn't dare to go out, to not go out even for a week. They would just like go crazy if they stay at home because they have nothing to really think about. They have no passions. Like, I'm also not saying that your passion should be only through like some learning online or whatever. You can be doing sports, you can be doing like learning in like a physical manner, but just do something, just have hobbies. And you also don't have to do all of this alone. Like, it's the easiest way because it's harder today to find people that might be at the same level with the same thoughts and like interests as you. But you can also try to find someone, and it doesn't have to be again in the start. With time, the right people will come to your life, but you must put yourself in the right direction, and in kind of like these groups that have better odds of meeting you with someone like this. So to go back to the friend groups, yeah, many of the members inside those have fake images, and like they bring this fake self out to the others, and so that they can fit. I actually have this one friend who is a direct example of this. We we used to go out a lot as kids, but now we've kind of stopped. He just calls me from time to time when he doesn't have kind of like what to do, who to go out with on a certain activity, which sounds stupid, but I do it because I know he's not a real friend of mine, but we still have like a good time, so I accept, even though I kind of shouldn't. I should stop, but I still do it. And this guy, he had kind of like, I guess, some issues, some problems with one other member of like our small group of friends, which we kind of went out with for, was it 2 years or something? Was it more? And he was talking behind his back to me, And I was just listening. I'm like, okay, you're right for this, you're right for that, you're wrong for that. And he's like, yeah, but um, yeah, just swearing more at him without him being here. And I'm like, I'm still going out with the two of you, so just so you know, right? And he's like, okay, I know you're not gonna say anything to him, and I actually did, but it wasn't anything like how do I say? Mm, it wasn't really unveiling any like secrets or something. They were just talking bad about each other to me, and I'm kind of like the third person they both go out with. So you see, it's not like I'm hiding anything or trying to like make them hate each other even more. I'm just stating that we cannot be kind of like going out and they cannot be doing this and just kind of like um, pouring all of this negativity onto me, and I have to like remember that I just want to have fun times together. And they mostly um, they mostly do this. They mostly did do this because of some stupid stuff. It wasn't even anything real. Like for example, starting a business and then someone making a bad decision and kind of like everything falls down because of that. It's just some stupid stuff like what someone said, or if he had like a um how do I say, a habit, yeah, a bad habit that the others didn't like around the group. So that's why I start hating him. That's why I focus only on his negativity and not on the positive stuff that I have been going out with this person for more than 2 years. And to go back to the very start, he he used to go out with him. We used to like have fun, but when we were like the three of us on the bench, uh, I was like next to the guy who is like two-faced, and he would just kind of like push me and tell me some stuff about him. So like we would laugh or at the third person, and that I felt kind of bad, but at the same time it's true stuff. And we see how they their friendship fails, and if that happens to me, like it did with this third guy we talked about, I haven't went out with him for around a year now. It's probably 9 or 10 months I haven't gone out with him, and he was the only person I was going out with. And we see this guy who got into a worse friendship with him, like stuff worsened, and after a month, 2 or 3 months, something like that, we see them back together, and now I'm the hated one for no reason. But I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't feel an emptiness of having two people that I just go around and joke about not as interesting stuff, like literally no growth. It's mostly just going out, wasting our like hardly saved up pennies from our parents on things that we could have like bought elsewhere, like I don't know, a course or whatever. Why do I have to buy like expensive stuff while going out and shit just to impress others or whatever? Like, no. I mean, it is building up friendships, but these specific ones don't last. It should be with a person that has deeper thoughts, like interests, something that is going on with their life, so that you have how do I say, mm, you have topics that wouldn't just fade away in a week. There is a big shift, a big difference between being lonely and having solitude. Being lonely, it's kind of like brings out these desires of wanting to bring, that dopamine level back up. Yeah, let's just be happy and not seek peace. While solitude is understanding that there's nobody to save you, and just enjoying the peace. Yeah, enjoying being alone, because you know that you'll probably be doing activities that are best for you. And if someone comes in your life, then it would only just impact impact it meaningfully. It wouldn't be a waste of time, a waste of energy, because you can you can let go easily of stuff that is unwanted. So to kind of summarize what I mean is standing alone is kind of like a power. It you start realizing, okay, I like to do this. I don't like to do that, because you're starting to research stuff, and then you're proactively doing those. And you see, I told you how I was at first. I used to like play a lot of football, and I wasn't that social of a kid, but it was a more social place, having other kids at my age. But then I got into the groove of having like 8 to 9 months of literally no going out. Was it only like training from time to time, where I don't think I even had time to train, and school, and the boot camp, which was taking so much of my time. So at such a young age, I just got trained on utilizing my time better. But after it ended, people change, stuff changes. But I still got that kind of like self-respect to like myself enough that I want to improve and not just waste my time with people that are not. I wouldn't like specifically call it on my level, but it really seems like that. They're just not at my level because they don't have any passion. They speak like crap for others behind their backs. They speak like crap for even their own parents. Like my father, I for example, I sometimes get kind of like disturbed. I get angry when he says something without much context, and then he's like, "Oh wait, you were actually right. I was just I have anger issues." But I almost tend to never say bad stuff like swearing to him, because I know that him and my grandma, because I live with them both, they're the people that they're the only people that I can trust. So how would I call my father a bro? How would I call my grandma like not my sister, but my mother, some other like name or whatever? Like, it seems like people have lost respect for even their parents. Like, Jesus, they're the people that you're kind of alive because of, right? How am I just going to forget all of that? Like, they probably are like this because parents don't give enough attention to their children anyways. They either want to live more, or they just want to earn more, which both leaves less time for the children themselves, and that compounds with years. But it's still not an excuse. They're still your parents. They're still the most trusted people you can have in your life. So to get your last lines, you should tend to see where you thrive the most. And being alone for a specific period of time will teach you more than being with a group of fake friends, which don't really appreciate you but have you on as just a member, to have more people to either laugh with or laugh at. But it's mostly laugh at, disguised as laughing with.